Hey, Shalom Akim. Here we go again. In case of those of you that are unaware, another one of these situations. First and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, and of course, double honors once again go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone who deserve double honors. Salutations also go out to the Akim out there on the highways and byways across four corners of the earth. All right, pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity, trying to make up the remaining hopeful elect. This is Nama of the DC camp. Yeah, I have to get that little sigh out because, as you can see, here we go. Another Jake here. 400-year sentence in 1988. 400-year sentence. Were they good about giving out these astronomical numbers for sentences to Jake, right? All right, for robbery that he's been exonerated for after spending 34 years. All right, so he went in the late 80s, all the decade of the 90s, all right, the 2000s, the 2010s, all right. Now we're in 2023, he's out, okay. How do you make up for that time? More than half of his life has been behind bars for something that's been proven he didn't do. Here's Jake right here. His name is Sidney Holmes. All right. He said a man sentenced to 400 years in prison in a '88 armed robbery in Broward has been set free after more than 34 years behind bars. Sidney Holmes, just showed you the picture there, now 57, was released from prison Monday following a request from the Broward State Attorney's Office Conviction Review Unit. It's surreal, Holmes said as he walked out a free man. I never would give up hope. I knew this day was going to come sooner or later, and today is the day. I cannot imagine. All right. Holmes immediately hugged his mother. At least she's still alive. In many cases, that's not the case. Something he hasn't done in years, and spoke about moving forward with his life. I can't put into words, it's overwhelming, he said. I can't have hate, just have to keep moving. Now that's something that, they always push. Jake always has to forgive. Jake always has to forgive. And this is Christianity's fault, because Jake, for the most part, never considered that was all a ploy. That was a method used to keep Jake docile. All right? That's bullshit. All right? 34 years of your life. And let's just keep reading. I have a feeling about this, that it's because, well, both somebody wouldn't do their job and just the hate they have toward our people. Let's continue on. Holmes had contacted the Conviction Review Unit in November 2020, claiming he was innocent in June '88 armed robbery of two people outside a convenience store on Northwest 6th Street in unincorporated Broward. Holmes of Lauderhill had been arrested in October '88 and given the hefty sentence after he was convicted in a jury trial in 1989. Prosecutors said Holmes had been accused of being the driver for two unidentified men who robbed a man, and woman at gunpoint and stole the man's car. The Conviction Review Unit, working with the Innocence Project of Florida, investigated and found Holmes had a plausible claim of innocence because of how he became a suspect and because of the precarious eyewitness. Eyewitness testimony is always flaky, all right? Just because of the nature of it. Things change, it's not reliable. Except when it comes to Jake, of course. He said he had a plausible claim of innocence because of how he became a suspect and because of the precarious eyewitness identification that was the principal evidence against him at trial. You see a before and after picture. All right. Wow. So he was 23 when he went in. Picture on my left. All right, and 57 when he came. Oh my goodness, as it is now. All right. Investigators found the eyewitness identification of Holmes was likely a misidentification, partly due to the photo and live lineup practices commonly used by law enforcement at the time. All right. Which they said was scientifically unreliable and contrary to modern day best practices. They also found that there was no evidence tying Holmes to the robbery other than the flawed identification of him as a suspect. How many times has that happened? A civilian investigation launched by the brother of one of the victims had caused Holmes to become the only suspect, but it was based on some similarities between his extremely common Oldsmobile and the car used by the robbers, the prosecutor said. The investigation overlooked differences between the two cars and was likely a misidentification of the vehicle. All right. In addition, the Broward Sheriff's Office deputies who did the original investigation expressed shock that Holmes was sentenced to and had served so much time in prison. We got him in the system. Fuck him. That was one of the things this just continues to happen, and they've gotten away with it. And I'm talking about these Edomites. It's just bullshit ass system. Let's get scriptures real quick, because this is one of those things. We tell you about the curses that we're under, and this is one of those things that helps identify us as the Israelites. All right. Now let's go to Isaiah real quick. 42. Are these things happening to the people that say they are us? No, they have to seek out things that they can pretend to manufacture some anger over. Say, we're being persecuted, shit like that. No, this is on the regular for Jake. This is, hate to say it, a day in the life. All right. This is Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey. All right. Now let's get that word prey. They are for a prey. All right, booty, prey, spoil. All right, plunder. Let's go H962. All right, prey, spoil, take away, utterly. Let's go. Let's get it in the. Let's see. Salakia. Get my ugly mug out of the way. Prey. All right. Let's see. Not the movie. No. Pray. No. Let's see. Oh boy. Let's see. Pray. Definition. All right. This is from dictionary.com. An animal hunted or seized for food, especially by a carnivorous animal. A person or thing that is the victim of an enemy, a swindler, a disease. And that is us. All right, and who's doing the praying? The nation of Edom, the so-called white man, from the so-called Jew, who spearheads all of this shit, because that's the wicked mastermind behind it in the shadows. All right, and the rest of these motherfuckers, it's that hatred that they have for us. All right, and yes, that is biblical. When the story of Jacob and Esau, that's what we're dealing with. We always have been. All right. Let's see. Disease and devour prey as an animal does. To exert a harmful or destructive influence. There's another one. All right. Constantly barraged with all types of bullshit. All right. Let's get them in the system. Let's get something on these motherfuckers. All right. Whatever we've done in this society, they've always managed to counter. They've always prevented us. And all you have to do is get that little book. that a lot of us have gotten within the last 3 or 4 months. It's called How White Folks Got So Rich. And it lays out step by step how they sabotage us in every way. Because the goal was to never let us achieve generational wealth from all the after chattel slavery. And even before that, we had achieved some level of, or at least attempted to gain some independence, get away from these motherfuckers, but it's always something that pops up. You either looked at a cave wench the wrong way, offended them somehow, and they use that as an excuse. And now a lot of our settlements are at the bottom of lakes, with the buildings still there and everything, or burnt down. And in the case of Central Park, which was Seneca, all right, get them niggers out of there. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. The most popular is, of course, Greenwood and Tulsa, Oklahoma, aka Black Wall Street. But you could go to North Carolina. Oh man, what was the? I think it's a shit, I can't remember. It'll come to me. But anyway, you got Chicago, you got Arkansas, you got Nebraska, California. Got a lot of places. Georgia. Yeah, we have been the direct aim of their hatred and hostility. All right. And then they make fun of us for, according to them, we're lazy. We should pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps. I'm telling you, you get that book, How White Folks Got So Rich, rightfully so, it's going to make you mad. All these other books, 100 Years of Lynching, At the Hands of Persons Unknown, which was a popular excuse for them for not wanting to investigate. And speaking of that, there's a case in the news now where this Jake down in Mississippi was dismembered, and they just said all wild animals did it, And the mother saying no, he called the sheriff. He said there were a couple of truckloads of Edomites, so-called white people, white men to be more specific, that were chasing him, and he was afraid for his life. Nobody did anything. All right, which again, that's usually the case here. All right, so that's why I cringe when Jake comes up here always talking about I can't have any hate in my heart, Okay, hold on. Let me put my. All right, that should do it. Knock my earphones out. Anyway, it says we have one rule here at the Broward State Attorney's Office: do the right thing, always. As prosecutors, our only agenda is to promote public safety in our community and to ensure that justice is served. Company line, right? Blah 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 blah. I commend the victims, witnesses, and law enforcement officers for their candor and assistance in reinvest. See, this devil, there's something else. He always wants to make himself look like the hero. Florida Department of Corrections records have listed Holmes' release date as April of 2232. I'm sorry. Damn. Let me read that again. Florida Department of Corrections records have listed Holmes' release date as April of 2232. Knowing damn well this man is not going to live for no 400 years. Holmes was removed. Damn. Holmes was removed from Everglades Correctional Institution to the Broward County Main Jail earlier this month. Broward Circuit Judge Edward Merrigan signed an order Monday morning approving the request from the Broward State Attorney's Office and the Innocence Project to throw out Holmes' conviction and sentence. Merrigan held a court hearing Monday afternoon to officially dismiss the charge in front of Holmes' family members. I just praise God and I thank everybody who's been so good to make this day possible. Mother Mary Holmes said, "It's over, a long, long, long time overdue." Sister Nicole Mitchell said, "We have lost a lot of loved ones while he's been incarcerated. His father, his grandparents." All right, the state's attorney's office opened the conviction review unit in 2019. Holmes' case is the second exoneration since its inception. It keeps us honest and ensures the integrity of the prosecutorial process, so I strongly believe in the importance and reliability of these units because it ensures that we get the right person. It ensures after 34 fucking years, here they are. Patting themselves on the back. Meantime, this man's almost a senior citizen. Less than 24 hours after Holmes' release, the Florida Senate Appropriations Committee on Criminal and Civil Justice met in Tallahassee to vote on legislation to improve a law meant to compensate people who are wrongfully convicted, because that was going to be my next question. While the law is supposed to provide exonerees with $50,000 per year of wrongful imprisonment, only 10 of the state's 84 exonerees have been compensated, according to the Innocence. All right, so 84 people have been exonerated down in Florida. And of those 84, only 10 have received any kind of compensation. Now, this guy is slated, I got to calculate that, at $50,000 a year times 34. All right. Should be just under 2 million if I'm out. Math in my head is right. Let me see. Hold on. Real quick here. Let's see. Find my little calculator. All right. Let's see. See, this is another thing because I have to do another video on this reparations debacle. As soon as this, why is it taking so long to load? Let's see. Oh, that's why I picked the wrong one. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Clear the fuck. Got it. All right, so you got 50,000 times 34. Yeah, I was right. It's going to be 1.7 million. Okay. I was in the neighborhood. All right. Don't know how much is, lawyers or whatever have you. I don't know how that works. I think general rule of thumb is like a third or something like that. I don't know. He shouldn't pay anybody. Shit, fuck him. Anyway. It goes on to say it is very stringent eligibility criteria. Didn't you just exonerate him? It says right now Mr. Holmes wouldn't qualify under the law because he has a prior. See? There's always oh my goodness. You can't win with this devil. That's why I say he got to go. Alright? Let's get another scripture. You can't. What does that have to do with these motherfuckers, man? Oh. This is why you Jakes, all right, that are looking to this Edomite for justice, may you get what you deserve. All right. This is Psalms 43:1. It says, "Judge me, O Most High, Yahweh, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful." And that's nothing but deceit. All right. What does that have to do with you just don't want to pay, like this argument that's been, thrust before us yet again with, damn it, it'll come to me. But the man does not want to pay for his crimes, period. All right. He's going to look for any way that he can try to wiggle out. All right. So why? Let me read it again. Psalms 40. Jake is just under this motherfucker's spell. Psalms 43:1. "Judge me, O Most High, Yahweh, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man," which, that's what these devils are. They are the wicked. Malachi 1st chapter. Read it. All right. Hey, Sirach 33, start at 10. All right. These things have to happen like this. You have righteousness set against what? Wickedness. All right. This is how this reality is set up. You're going to have to have the good with the bad. All right. Where there's love, there's hate. Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. All right. So, Job 9:24. This is what the earth has been given into. It's the hands of the wicked. All right. You have to understand that. Oh man, it just baffles my mind. All right. But this is why also the 2/3 have to go. Because if left up to them, all right, we keep having to go through shit like this. All right. So, I mean, whoo. Gots to go. Hey, I've been looking at my earthquake app, and it's lit up constantly. All right. All the ones you don't hear about because they're not major, but you have earthquakes going on. My goodness. But in any case, I'm gonna stop it here. Yeah, this this shit in particular, like this, yeah, it always, because this shit is just continuing. Now, why is this thing to go on? And it proves yet again that there's all these motherfuckers were interested in is getting a Jake in the system. All right, you got to understand. After chattel slavery in 1865, all right, they had to shift gears because, well, where are we gonna get this? Damn, we had all this damn labor, and we had this free labor. Damn, what are we gonna have to do? Let's see. Oh, I know. We'll make up all these bullshit ass laws. You know, these slaves, they're no longer on the plantations and shit. So wait a minute, they don't have jobs. So let's do the vagrancy thing. A lot of Jakes got sent to prison and got worked to death, all because when they were set free, they had nowhere to go. Talking about a catch-22. So again, that's why I read Psalms 43:1. You're in the hands of an unjust man, a deceitful man. All right, they are the wicked. Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, shalom. Continue to pray for fewer and fewer days in this bitch. Hey, shalom.